How's life on the road been for you guys?
Life on the road's awesome.
Never a dull moment, man.
Always something fun happening.
Man, I've said this from the get-go, like, if we're not on the road playing shows, then we want to be in the studio. There's nothing else, you know, if I'm not doing one of those two things, I feel like I'm not doing my job.
So what's the latest adventure that you guys have had?
Latest adventure?
The flood in Nashville.
I know we got stuck in Nashville.
It was
In
insane.
Memphis.
How many dates into the tour are you guys so far?
Oh, well, this run started, I guess.
It's a short run. It's like 3 days? 4 days?
No, it was like last
like day
Tuesday.
5, I think.
It's like day 5 or day 6, I guess.
Yeah, they run together for me.
That happened like day 3 or so.
We were rolling into Memphis for the Beale Street thing, and it was pouring down rain. Like the forecast was like all red.
And
like,
tornadoes.
Tornadoes. Like the tornado sirens were going off the whole time we were setting up, and we really were like, we're gonna get electrocuted on the stage.
Well, it was set up right on the Mississippi River, so like all the steam, like you could physically see the storms like in the distance coming towards us.
And we stepped up on stage, did our first song, and then did a second song, which was Perfect Day. And as soon as we started in with Perfect Day, the sun just came out.
Yeah.
Like, and everything was like way bright.
I was gonna say you guys should have picked up the storm tracker and stuff.
You know, it doesn't make any difference though, because we're gonna do it anyway.
Right.
It's like into the great blue yonder. Sometimes it's gray and black.
So I'm sure you guys are gearing up for the release of the album June 22nd, right? Is it? So what should listeners be expecting from Southern Gothic?
Expecting that. Hopefully, they'll see folks out there ready to dance. That's all I can ask for.
Just like to have a good time and listen to it with open ears.
It's definitely
Be a little bit of everything. Something for everybody.
we go through a lot of different genres of music.
I noticed that just from listening that, you know, I kind of went through the CD once or twice, and I mean, you guys blend the genres, like it just flawlessly kind of goes one right into the other. So who would you list as some musical influences? I know I read there's
Tom Waits,
yeah.
definitely. CeeLo, Gnarls Barkley.
And you worked with Gnarls Barkley's producer.
Worked with Ben Allen and I worked with CeeLo.
Okay.
And Gnarls Barkley. Ben won a Grammy for CeeLo, obviously.
I mean, everybody's got their own digs. You know, that's one of the things that makes the bigger so interesting. You know, mine are rooted back in just classic rock, just old '60s like Britpop garage rock. You know, but I mean, I listen to everything. You know, that's where I kind of come from.
Yeah, we're all over.
We go from Tears to Fears to 3-6 Mafia.
It was definitely a jump. So, you know, I know that I saw you guys are going to be on Bonnaroo and Lollapalooza both, so what are you looking forward to about
Super
that?
excited.
Fun, man.
I've always wanted to go, so.
That's always one of the, like, that's almost going to be the first shows I'm going to be nervous to play, you know? It's like, yeah, it'll all be good, but I mean, it's such big things that you hear about, you know, like growing up and stuff.
We got some more Constellations over there. Snacks, get in here. Ryan, get in here.
What up?
We gonna mob on this week.
Mob? What is this?
Shab, you wanna get in here, puppet? Oh, you gotta go do your hair.
So you guys are from Atlanta. Everyone from Atlanta?
Everyone lives in Atlanta.
Has
We
lived
were
there.
born in different cities. And Ryan too. Yeah.
So how did everything come together? Yeah, what's the story?
You know, it was kind of out of necessity. Like the record was recorded. Most of the record was recorded. It's kind of a collaborative effort between Elijah, the producer band, and a whole host of other like people in Atlanta. You know, kind of just popping in and popping out, and it was kind of like a side project for a long time. You know, it was a studio project that was never necessarily intended on, you know, being a touring band. So it was finished, put out independently, and you know, at that point, like the band started getting a lot busier, and playing a lot more shows and wanting to get out of town. So it came down to the lineup became people that were willing and able and had the capacity to take it on as their full-time gig rather than, you know, people that were playing shows in Atlanta but also playing in set other bands or whatever else. And you know, their lineup that we are touring with now are the people that were, you know, dedicated.
That's the longest experience.
He does that.
Tend to be long-winded.
He's run-on sentence.
Basically, we all hung out and just got together.
We smoked some pot and then played music. It was awesome. The end.
Next question.
It's not a simple answer.
Boom, bro.
All right,
Thank you.
we'll go with abridged and unabridged, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So which one of your songs holds a special place in your heart and why?
Step Right Up, I think, for the band, just because I think we all get to like really like flex our musical muscles on that song. And, like, everybody
And
just,
our actual muscles.
everybody, you know, puts in their little bit, and it's definitely an improv piece that gives us a lot of room to,
It's the one
just
above.
kind of communicate with each other on stage.
Yeah, above any of the others, it turns out differently. You never really know how it's going to end up.
I would say for me, On My Way Up, just because it's a song that I wrote when I was like 16. And it's been with me for a long time. It was the first project that I was able to put into. So, and I got 10 stuff. So.